Hey guys, going to do a review on the Beast Trainer. So if you don't know what the Beast Trainer is, it is this little device. It's magnetic and it clicks onto your barbell, and there's also a wristband you can put it on where it connects. So when you're doing exercises, this measures the speed on which you're moving the barbell or the piece of weight equipment. The app itself has had a few revisions and it's brilliant now. It's really good. So people who had this early were a wee bit peed off with it because it counted, because it's quite sensitive. So every time you kind of moved it, it counted it as a rep. But now it's got really good ways of deleting those ghost reps. It doesn't track those ghost reps as well, which is a bit of a problem when you're doing a really slow 1 rep max and you want to find out what the Beast sensor's saying and it's not tracked it because the movement was just so slow. But anything from from 3 reps up into 20 reps, it tracks excellently for me. It's a really useful tool. One of the problems with it is it's only for one user. The way I get around with this, I've made one of the exercises called test, where I just test an individual lift to see where that is in the range, and I just call it test. And because this only measures going up and down, I just use that test when I'm using it with clients or using it with other people. It's a really useful tool for tracking the speed of the barbell, and you can do different tests. So say with a bench press, you take the barbell down and you just do a normal rep and you test that. Then you can do a rep where you pause on your chest and blast off. Then you can see the speed difference between those, and then you can work out how much your stretch reflex is contributing to that, and then you can adjust your workouts accordingly. If you have 0 stretch reflex, you can practice doing some more stretch reflex exercises. If your stretch reflex is really good, then you can do more pause reps and try and just work on building that raw power up. You can also, say you're going for like a classic 5x5, you can go 5x5 with the movement, and you can, with the Beast Trainer, you can find out when you're fatiguing off. So maybe you could do 6 reps, or maybe you could do 4 reps, just because your program says 5x5. If that last rep is so slow and such a struggle, that's actually, you're just training failure, you're not training the movement, and you're wanting to get more explosive as an athlete. Then maybe 4 reps is optimal for you, but also 6 reps might be optimal for you. It will also tell you to adjust the load. So maybe you're coming in and you're fully hydrated, you've eaten all the right foods, and you're really fired up that day. So the Beast Trainer will let you know that you could go maybe a little bit heavier that day for what you're training for, whether you're training for power, hypertrophy, sheer speed, or maximal strength. You can see what you're doing. So say if you're doing a 3 rep max and the bar speed's a little bit fast because you're moving it quite fast, it will tell you to go a wee bit heavier. If the bar speed's too slow for, say, a power workout, so for power it would be about 50% of your 1 rep max, but maybe you're a more powerful athlete and maybe you can move the bar faster, so maybe 60% of your 1 rep max is your power range. This is really the only way to tell. There are other speed trainer devices out there, but this one's great. It fits onto the barbell, onto the wrist strap. You can buy a vesting for it, but if you just put a bit of metal underneath your t-shirt and click it on, it will do it when you're tracking things like press ups and pull ups. I think it's a useful little thing. It is quite expensive, and it is for more serious. If you're looking for something that just counts your reps, then this maybe isn't for you. There's an app for the Apple Watch called Gymtastic, which does that, and it does similar things to this, but it's not quite as professional as this. But it's the future of things to come. Really helpful for working out speed, especially if you're doing kind of West Side Barbell style training where you're doing dynamic effort days. This is a really useful tool to get in the right loading for that training, and it will just make your training just that little bit more elite. So definitely something to consider.